Hi everybody, how you doing? Happy Good Friday. Sorry, we're a couple of minutes late because I was chasing a wasp around my front room. Opened the front room windows because we've got like a lounge kitchen. Not lounge kitchen, lounge dining room thing. I'm down one end. Opened the front room windows and this flipping massive wasp like this. It was huge. It's been coming in for the last couple of days every time I open the windows. So we keep having to chase her out. We think it's a queen wasp trying to look for somewhere to nest. So go right. So yeah, a little bit late today. Hopefully you're going to be joining us. Hopefully there's going to be some people online in a moment. So I'm just going to waffle a bit until everybody joins us. So what have I been up to? What have you guys been up to? I have. What did I do yesterday? Just waited in for some orders to come through. Hi Sean. Sean's there. Waited for some orders to come through. Finally soaked off my nail polish because the regrowth was terrible, so I soaked it off and got rid of it and treated my nails. So I have to wait for Carrie and Lydia to be up and running again, and then we can get my nails done. What else did I do? Oh, I went down a bit of a YouTube rabbit hole. Well, not YouTube, sorry, Facebook video rabbit hole. Started watching some videos and things. I didn't come up as being... Oh, yeah, sorry. It was. We were suddenly like, quick, move! It's time to go. After running around after the wasp. I went down a Facebook rabbit hole watching. Do you remember Trini and Susanna? Trini Woodall. She does these amazing like podcasts and videos and stuff. And I want her wardrobes. I mean, it's not wardrobe, it's wardrobes, it's rooms of clothes. You should see some of these dresses. They're just amazing. So, yeah, I drawled for about an hour over watching all these videos, which was lovely. And then end up spending rather too much money on Trini London buying a new red lipstick. Oops. We won't tell my husband. I haven't been spending money for ages. I've been able to. So, it doesn't matter, does it? Hi, there's lots of people coming on now. Please do say hello in the comments if you're there. Just say hi and let us know that you're there so that I know I'm not talking to nobody. What we're going to do today, now you're all sort of getting online, what we're going to do today is some drawstring bags. So I'm going to show you a really, really quick hack for making them out of pillowcases, and these can be used for care workers, key workers, for putting their uniforms and their scrubs and stuff in, and this is for so that they can get undressed and put it all straight into the bag, and then it can go straight into the washing machine. Hi Jane. So I'm going to do a really, really quick hack with a pillowcase. I'm also going to show you how to do them if there's lots of people coming on now, brilliant. I'm also going to show you how to do it if you haven't got any. You might not have pillowcases you want to cut up, I recently did out the airing cupboard, so I didn't have, I'd got rid of a lot of my old bedding and stuff, so I did have a couple of old ones, so I'm going to use one of them. So I'm going to show you the really mega quick hack with pillowcases, and then I'm going to show you how to do it if you haven't got any pillowcases you want to cut up. Okay, so I'm going to just flip you around. Drew's back with me again as usual, so I'm going to flip you around. There's Drew, and then go. Hi guys, hopefully you can see me. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some drawstring bags. Okay, so like these ones here. Okay. The pattern for these lined ones will be on our website this afternoon. Okay, it'll be a £4 pattern, and that'll be live. Well, not live. As soon as I've finished here, I'll press publish and it'll be on the website. Okay, that pattern makes this size drawstring bag, which is no good obviously for the nurses, but I use them all the time. I make them in my favourite fabrics, and I use them for project bags, okay, or wash bags, or when you're going on holiday and stuff. So one's this size, that's actually got a whole quilt in it. There's a whole project in there, a whole quilt project. When I made that one, I made to keep projects together, so I know that all the fabrics, the pattern, and everything's in there. However, obviously there's this big need for care workers and hospital staff and everything for wash drawstring bags, so that's what I'm going to show you first. Okay, so excuse the scruff bags today as well. I've got casual clothes on today. I didn't want to get dressed up, sorry. So pillowcase. So this is an old pillowcase. It's an old IKEA pillowcase. It had a zip on it, which It's one of the reasons I never used it, because I hate it because the zip would end up lying on it. So all I did first of all was just chop off that zip. If you haven't got a zip, don't obviously chop anything off, but I've just chopped off that zip, so don't need that bit, that can go out the way. And then what you want to do is cut a strip off the top, the open end of your pillowcase. So I just grab my ruler a second. You can see that I cut a 3-inch strip off the top. Okay, so this is already a bag. This is going to stay as a bag, and this is actually going to make your tie. Okay, so we're going to do that bit first. So the first thing we're going to do is grab my scissors. Out of that 3-inch strip, just cut it down one of the seams. Okay, so it doesn't matter which seam, just cut off. Don't need that bit, that can go away. So you've got a nice long piece of fabric. All right. Now these aren't designed to last forever. Okay, the whole point of this is that it's quick and simple and get as many done as you can. So don't worry too much about raw edges and stuff. If you want to, you can turn these edges in, okay, and make a full tie, but I'm not going to today, because it really doesn't matter if this, you know, the whole point of this is cotton. It can be chucked in the washing machine, you know, on a sort of 60-80 degree wash, to help, you know, help the care workers. So all you're going to do is just iron this in half. All right. If you want to hem it. I wouldn't worry about it though. Okay. You know, if you're making them this size for yourself, for laundry bags to go on holiday, or you know, you put your dirty laundry in your suitcase so it's not muddled up with your clean stuff, then absolutely I would, you know, I'd make this, I'd turn the edges in on this, but we're not going to bother this time, okay? Just because at the moment it's fast and quick, and it's just designed to help the nurses out. So how are you all doing? How's everybody doing? Anybody commenting there, Drew? Got any comments coming through?
Sally Collins says hi, and Sandra says hello, I'm watching but sewing curtains today.
Sewing curtains today, fair enough. Well, you can remember, you can always just watch these back. If you want to make any of these drawstrings bags, you can watch it back, okay? So first thing I've done is just ironed that in half, and you can see it's wrong side of fabric in, okay? Because we're not going to worry about turning this edge in any way, we're just going to stitch down, right? So that's what you want to do with that, is just iron that in half. And with the pillowcase bit, okay, what you want to do is, again, don't worry about these edges. If you're making them for yourselves, I would do a little double turn, but if you're going to give it away to somebody just to what's the word, you know, wash their scrubs or whatever, uniform in, don't worry about it. So I'm going to turn it inside out, and then once I've turned it inside out, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this back about 2 inches.
Sian says, can you use jersey pillowcases?
Yep, you could use jersey. I would just I would put a stretch needle on. If you're going to start again. If you're going to sew them on your sewing machine, make sure you put a stretch needle in, because a normal needle won't really work with jersey. But if you haven't got a sewing machine, you could hand sew these. You know, just use some embroidery thread or some thick thread and do a back stitch all the way around instead of doing them on the sewing machine. So you don't need to be a really, really good sewer for this. It can be incredible. You can get the kids to do them. All right. So I've just turned this down about 2 inches. And again, I'm just going to give that a very, very quick press. Okay. There we go. Right. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine. We're going to sew these up. Okay. So move all that out of the way. Now, first thing you want to do is just sew the tie. Okay, I'm going to literally put edge of fabrics on the edge of my foot like that, and we're going to stitch all the way down, okay? It doesn't matter that you've got raw edges. These aren't designed to last, okay? Don't panic about it. Don't be too precise. We're just trying to get as many as we can done, okay? And all the way down, like that. Oh, it's a longer tie than I thought. Good, all the way down. There we go, nearly to the end. There we go, flat out. And that's all I'm doing, is just making a really simple tie. Like I said, look how much that's frayed already. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's going to last in the wash for the next couple of months. If it doesn't last after that time. So now, what I want to do is I'm going to take my little table off because move all this stuff out. You see how much stuff is under my table. How much fluff. What I want to do, that's my dimensions for in a minute, is with this one, it's much easier to get it under the machine. So I want to put just the one, no, make sure you're not sewing them together. You want to tuck that underneath. And again, we're going to do exactly the same. Now, find where one of the seams of the pillowcase is. Okay, can you see that just there? You want to start about 1.5 inches the other side. Can you see? So I'm leaving about 1.5 inches there. Okay, because we're going to sew all the way around and we're going to finish about 1.5 inches there because you need a gap to get your tie in. Okay, so like that. And we're going to go all the way round. Okay, we're just going to go all the way round like this. Like I said, if you were making these for laundry bags or like kids' toy bags, I would absolutely tuck this edge in, you know, so my raw edges were enclosed, but don't worry about it for this one. There we go, all the way round. So, who's excited about Sewing Bee coming back? I'm very excited about Sewing Bee. I love Joe Lycett anyway. I think he's a brilliant comedian, really funny. Although I do miss Claudia. I love Claudia. So, but I do miss her. But yes, so Sewing Bee's back on the 22nd of April. So it's not this coming Wednesday, the following Wednesday, something like that. So yeah, very excited about Sewing Bee. Anybody commenting? Anybody saying anything?
Jackie Ireland said she's made 25 for a friend in QE.
Oh, brilliant.
They're very pleased with them.
Good.
And Maria's making face masks for people, for her dad who fixes people's fridges and freezers.
Oh, fair enough. I suppose if you're going into people's homes and all, you just want to give yourself a bit of protection and protect them as well, isn't it? You know. So, oh, that's lovely. Well done, guys.
Sean's just comment me with 3 B's.
Pardon?
Sean, she's just comment me with 3 B's. I don't. Is there a
Drew would be because
me? Me with 3, and then there's 3 B emojis. I don't get it.
Oh. I don't think Sean likes bees. Maybe I don't know. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going all the way around like that, and I'm going to stop about 1.5 inches from the edge, and I just want to back stitch a little bit just to secure that. So I've gone all the way around. Okay, there we go. Just chop that off. Now what you want to do is grab yourself a safety pin. I'm going to come back over here a second. Oh, let me just move that out of the way.
Sewing Bee.
Sewing Bee with you. Oh, Drew, you're not working out the memes, are you?
I thought it was a joke or something. But
No, love Sewing Bee. So, pop yourself a safety pin on the end of the tie. Okay, and you're just that little gap that you left there. Okay, you're just going to sew this through. It's not sew this through, thread this through. Okay, so just round you go. It's a little bit awkward, but you just want to keep going and keep going and keep going until it's all the way around. Okay, it doesn't take too long at all. So what you guys have got planned for this weekend? Obviously none of us can go out. Anybody got any nice plans though? Have you got any? My husband is now off for 4 days because he works for Hammersmith Council, and he's obviously been working from home, but he's councils are shut now for 4 days, you know, because it's bank holiday and stuff. He's already climbing the walls. It's only been half a day, and he's like, what am I going to do for 4 days? He's as much of a workaholic as I am. So anybody got any suggestions? What could we do over the next couple of days? So we're not going to do a video tomorrow or Sunday. I am going to try and have some family time. I'm going to make all the boys get off their tech. We're going to have a tech-free Sunday, I think. Drew's shaking his head. He's not happy about that. Nearly there with this. Okay. And but yeah, I don't know. We should do something. Maybe set up some board game tournaments or something. Maybe see if we can get Rory and Cara involved as well, because I know Rory's on shift work, but maybe he'll be able to join us. So that'd be nice, because they're stuck in London. I haven't seen them for months. Don't like it. And, so yeah. But I will be back on Monday. So I'm not doing a video tomorrow. But I will be back on Monday. comment, let me know is there anything you fancy doing. So we're going to definitely do another crochet one. We're going to do some more crochet and show you a different stitch and pattern. Sarah, I know, is going to do zips on Thursday. Going to do a zipped pouch, so you can see my safety pins come out now. Okay, I'm going to take that safety pin off now. We're going to look at where Sian's looking at doing a Zoom class, so we're definitely going to go for that. Okay, so just get this all. Try and make sure you don't pull it all the way out. I've done that before. Pulled too hard and the whole thing comes out and you've got to rethread it. And then what you're going to do is you're literally just going to then tie this in a knot, okay, and tie it in a tight knot like that, so it's not going to come undone. All right, and then pull it back through the other way, give it a shake out, and there you go. There's your drawstring bag. What did that take me? 10 minutes? Not even that, probably. If I hadn't been talking, probably even less. Okay, drawstring laundry bag, so people can literally put their uniform straight in, pull it up tight, keep it all enclosed, okay, and chuck the whole thing in the washing machine. So if you've got pillowcases you want to use up, that is a really, really quick way of doing it. Okay, you could probably make 10, 15 in an hour, easy peasy. In fact, if you cut them all first. However, not all of us have got pillowcases that we're prepared to, cut up. If you've only got 2 or 3 sets of bedding, you don't necessarily want to cut up your pillowcases. So this was an old pair of curtains that I'd washed. It's IKEA fabric. I'd made curtains ages ago. So this was an old pair of curtains that I'd washed. So the dimensions of this, which is roughly the same as a pillowcase, is 18 inches by 22. Okay? And you can do exactly the same method as we've just done with that pillowcase, with 2 pieces of fabric like that. I would, because I probably would put a little hem on this one, so I would iron a hem over and stitch that down first. Okay, and do the same with that one, and then you're going to sew around the 3 sides, and then, like we did with this one, fold it over about 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and then put a thread through. If you haven't got any thread, we have got a lot of piping cord. This makes brilliant, because it's cotton, it's 100% cotton, okay? It makes really good ties. All right, so we've got lots and lots of this on the website, and we are still posting out. So if you do need something for making the top, we've got piping cord, which is really cheap and cheerful, but it does the job. Okay. So that's kind of the quick and easy way of making them. Is everybody all right with that? Have you got any questions?
No, but Jane K said buy him a tin of paint and a brush.
I have.
I've got enough paint as it is.
We ordered paint and wallpaper because I'm desperate for my hallway to be done. So I ordered really nice wallpaper and paint and all. But because of obviously the lockdown and everything, the delivery time, and this was from Homebase, the delivery time is 30 days. And we only did it last weekend. So yeah, no such luck. It's not arrived yet. It's not going to arrive for about another month. So,
Linda's off clubbing tonight.
Are you?
Then a family meal at the restaurant on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it, love? I quite fancy going clubbing tonight. We should have a virtual disco, shouldn't we? That's what we should do. We'll get the tunes going. All do a Facebook Live thing. We'll all join in and we can have a little boogie around the front room.
You can do like an ABBA night or something.
An ABBA night? Oh,
yeah, you know what they're doing like...
Why you like ABBA night? Don't get me wrong, I've dropped ABBA, but...
Well, you know, like Walkabout, they do like ABBA nights.
They
do.
Maria,
did you get a picture of the Drunken's Path square sweated over that one?
I did. I've had a couple through now. I'm just waiting to see if we get some more through, and then I'll do a whole post with all of them on there. Okay, so yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed that one. I have decided on I'm going to do 2 blocks next Wednesday. Okay, so that'll be fun. I'm going to give you more to do. Right, so what I thought I'd do for the rest of the Facebook Live, guys, because those are relatively simple, with the pillowcase, okay? Like I said, they're not designed to last forever, but if you want to do something and help out, they're really, really quick and simple. I will put the dimensions that I cut for these ones onto Facebook after I've come off, okay? But what I thought I'd also do is show you how to make the little lined drawstring bags, which you can see they're all fully lined inside. and you've got 2 ties rather than the one, which are nice for project bags. Okay, so I thought I'd show you this. So I've cut some bits out ready. Like I said, the pattern will be online. It's only going to be £4, so it's going to be a cheapy pattern for you. But I've cut out some bits, and I thought I'd just show you the start of it. And then you can buy the pattern if you want, okay? Because they are lovely. I love those little drawstrings bags. They're nice for gift bags as well. So, you know, saving the environment and all that. You know, rather than using wrapping paper, you can use scraps of fabric and make a gift bag, and then the person who's received the present can use it again for, you know, either pass it on and do another present in it, or use it as a wash bag or storage or anything, okay? So what you need to do is you need to decide on your fabrics. Now, I quite like the fact that they've got 2 fabrics on them, okay? So I use what I call an exterior main and an exterior accent, and then an interior lining fabric, okay? You don't have to do them though, okay? They could be all one fabric, okay? You could patchwork a load of fabric together. Remember the mile a minute that we were doing? You could do some mile a minute fabrics and use up all your scraps, you know, make them all bright and funky. So you don't have to use, you can do any combination of these fabrics you like, all right? So you need to cut out 2 exterior pieces. Now, if your fabric is non-directional, you know, one of those fabrics that goes all the way, you can keep this in one piece, okay? And that explains this in the pattern. But I've got directional fabrics here, and because they're going to go either side of the bag, you want to cut them in 2 so that you can get both sides of the bag the right way up, okay? So I've got 2 pieces of fabric like that. So can you see one's going that way and one's going that way? I've got my accent fabrics, which is the little bit at the top. So again, imagine this is the top of the bag. That's the right way, and then this is the top of the bag, so that's the right way, okay? So the reason we've got that one is so that they're facing both the right ways. Hopefully that makes sense. And then your lining pieces, okay, are going to go on the ends like this. So it looks a bit odd, but what we're going to do is we're going to make one long strip of fabric and we're going to stitch down each of these, okay? So I'm going to do that quickly. So I'm going to whip over to the sewing machine, and I need to put my little table back on. Watch the iron groups, don't want you to burn yourself. Just move that iron out of the way a second because it does get hot. Put my little table back on. So, actually, let me move the iron up there out of the way. Right out of the way. Come on. Oh, it's been misbehaving today. There we go. So I've got lining fabric, accent, main, accent, lining. Okay. So again, you know me, I don't do much stitching. You want to use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm just going to move my needle over, and we're going to stitch these together. So while I'm stitching, Drew's going to read out your comments. Anybody commenting? Anybody got anything to tell?
Sarah Jane, I should say, said Zoom pub call in my house.
Ah, nice.
Put a glass in each room. There's a pub crawl. Then Jackie Ireland said that's such a good idea. I love ABBA. And then Sarah said again, if you direct message is your address, we can send you any stuff we are given. That doesn't make sense.
It might be an answer to somebody else's comment. Sorry. Yeah, because you can only see a few comments at a time. That's right. I'll talk to Sarah about that later. So, how are you all doing then, ladies? Everybody okay? Everybody staying safe?
Julie said she did one of these in your class and loved it.
Ah, cool. Yeah, we have done this as a class. So you'll already have the pattern, I imagine, so you'll be able to make a few of these. But once you've kind of got the idea of how it all gets laid out... I don't know why, but I'm so... Oh, this one can't play up as well. The other one's completely broken at the moment. I can't have this one go as well. I'd be knackered. So yeah, if you've got the pattern, once you've kind of done one with these measurements, you can vary the measurements massively and make them as big or small as you like. You can make, so can you see, so this one now is, I'm thinking about going back up, so I've got this directional fabric going that way, but this directional fabric going that way. Okay, so I'm going to stitch that into that one. There we go, stitch that to that. We're doing another pub quiz Saturday night with my like school reunion friends, which was, we had good fun last time, so we're doing that again this Saturday. We're having to write our own rounds though, so I just did a general knowledge one last time, but we're going to do a Ken Bruce style guess the year round this time. So that's what I'm going to get Phil to do later. If he's that bored, you can get started on that.
Sharon asked, is Dave still doing sewing machine repairs?
Yes, he is. Oh, I don't know. No, probably not, because he can't come and pick up. I mean, he's still obviously doing stuff when the shop was open. He's still doing them, but oh, I don't know actually. I might be worth. I'll find out and see. I can't imagine that he's allowed to go out and collect them or pick them up, but I'll find out. Okay, and let you guys know in case any of your machines are playing up. There we go. So there's that one, and then we're just going to put the last piece on. Okay, which is this one here, and that's going to go on like that. So that one's going to go on like that. So, there we go. Oh, no, I managed to get all that. What's it doing? Oh, hang on, ladies. This is just typical, isn't it? There we go. It's all caught up for some reason. Let's try again on that. What happened there? Not sure, but it didn't like it. There we go. Let's try again on that one. So on Monday, I'm going to do some handy snap pouches, which have got, you could make spectacle cases out of them as well. So they've got a closer that pinches forward, okay? So I'm going to do that on Monday. Tuesday we're going to do some crochet again for you crocheters out there. And then Wednesday will be our block of the month, except it'll be blocks because we're going to do 2. And then Thursday Sarah's on again, and Sarah will be doing zip pouches, so how to put a proper zip in. And then Friday, I can't remember what we're doing Friday. Let me know. Let's have a little bit of a poll. What do you want me to do? What would you like me to do on Friday? Okay. Anybody got any suggestions? Is there something you've always thought, oh, I really want to have a go at that? What do you fancy me doing? I know we've talked about free motion, which I will try and squeeze in one of those at some point over the next couple of weeks, because it doesn't look like we're going to be allowed out much longer, for much longer, isn't it? No, that's the wrong way round. We're not going to be we're going to be in for a lot longer than we thought. So just make sure that I'm just ironing all these the same way.
Mary asked, do you love Popmaster? Do you stop for Popmaster? I don't know what that is.
Popmaster, oh, that's because you're too young, darling. Popmaster is on BBC 2, Radio 2. It's on every day, and it's Ken Bruce, and it's like a music quiz. I can't imagine you've ever listened to it.
I know, I don't listen to the radio.
So what we've got now is one long piece like this, okay? So we're going to fold it in half, like that. Okay, and you're going to pin it or clip it, whichever you want to do. All right, so we're going to pin this in like this. Okay.
And Sandra asked, are you on wheels?
I'm on wheels. No, I'm not. I'm just scooting my chair along. It's probably not very good for the chair. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my pen for you so I can show you. What you're going to stitch this together now. Okay, so I'm going to start down here because this is already stitched. I'm going to start down here. I'm going to come along, and you want to leave about an inch gap, sorry. So if I'm on the mat, you can see I'm going to leave an inch gap like that. So I'm going to come along to here, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to stitch backwards and forwards. Okay, and I'm going to start again here. I'm going to go all the way down to here, turn round, and I'm going to leave a 3-inch gap in the base here. I come back up all the way along, and then I'm going to leave lined up like that, a 1 inch gap there, and all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to do that quickly for you so I can show you the sort of like the final bit. All right. There we go. So if I start this side, so I'm going to come from here again, using 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way up. So we've had really positive response about a Zoom class, so we are definitely going to do that. We're going to be organising that in the next few days, probably for either the end of next week or the beginning of the following week, okay? It will be a paid for thing rather than a freebie, but we'll do it, we're coming up with some ideas, and then we'll post in the next couple of days what we're going to do, okay? So I'm just back stitching on each of those sides. All the way down this way. Sorry, this is the really boring bit, isn't it? Just watching me stitch. I'm sorry. Tell me a story. What's going on? Anything interesting? Groups? Anyone commenting?
Sandra says she forgot to send you a picture of my drunken path. We'll do it after you finish your session.
Okay, cool.
Looking forward to 2 more next week. As it you will let you borrow my brother.
Oh, bless you.
Oh right, that's the machine, isn't it?
Borrow a brother machine.
Yeah. I was like, what do you want to borrow?
I'm not borrowing her brother. I'm borrowing her brother sewing machine.
I remember that. I realised that one said brother. And
this one's okay at the moment. I think it was just having a funny 30 seconds. But thank you. That's really kind of you. Really, really kind of you. So there we go. I've got machines in the shop that I could use.
Marion said, yes, I'm very interested in the Zoom class. And then Maria asked, do I need to get dressed up? ?
No, not at all. You can do the Zoom class where I can't see you, but then if you do that, I can't see help you do any corrections, because you can do it like in secret. But no, you don't have to get dressed up. We could do it that we do all in our jammies if you want. So it's only going to be people that have signed up to do it, but no, it's fine. So just going down this side. Right, I'm not going to do the whole bag, ladies, okay? Because otherwise I'm keeping you on here for ages and ages. So I'm just going to show you how this works. And then, like I said, the pattern is online. It'll be £4. And with any of our patterns at the moment, so at the moment our website isn't, I don't know how to do it. I'm a bit tech savvy, but not massive tech savvy. I don't know how to do it as an instant download. We're trying to work that out with our web people. So at the moment, if you order anything like this, we can either send you a hard copy in the post, but that takes you a few days, but I will also email you. So you need to order it through the website so that I've got your email address and I know it's been paid, and then I will send you an email with the pattern attached, okay? Our emails do, unfortunately, tend to end up in junk and spam. So if you've ordered something and you haven't had it, please check your junk or spam folder, because for some reason a lot of email accounts don't like the white gecko thing. So, but I promise I do send them. But if you order it, I've got your right email address, and then it should just go straight back through to you.
Heather said, I got 40-minute limit on Zoom. Would that work?
We're gonna do the pay for it, so that we've got the professional copy, which is unlimited time. If you've already got Zoom as an app, don't worry if you've only got the free version, because we're inviting you to a class. You'll be technically using our Zoom, so you get as much time as you want on it because you've joined our meeting. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. See, I'm doing it again. Does that make sense? Oh, God.
Marilyn asked, would there be a max of people that can take part in the Zoom class?
You can have a maximum of 100 people. However, 100 people asking me questions might drive me insane. So I think we'd probably do like 10 to 15. But we can run more of them. You know, if people genuinely want us to do them and do some classes that way, we can. We'll start with one, And if it goes okay, we'll do another one, and we'll do another one. Okay, so it is a maximum of 100, but that might be a little much. Might be a little much for you guys as well, because you'd have lots of voices and all talking. So yeah, we'll probably do like 10 maybe. Right, so I've sewn all the way around, and I've left a little gap here, and I've also left those gaps in the side there in the accent fabric. Okay, you can see that. So there's left the gap there and left one here. You're going to turn the bag through. No, you're not. I'm not going to do it now because of time restraints, okay? First of all, what you would do is you would box each of these corners, okay? So you know when you box a bag, you don't have to, but I like them. I think it makes them wider at the bottom and you get more stuff in them. So you're going to box the corners. So you're going to put the seam to the seam like that, and you would stitch across. And again with this one, so you'd open it out, seam to seam like that, and stitch across to box the corners, and you would do the same on this bit. Okay, so I'd box my corners there, and then you're going to turn it inside out. No, right side out, not inside out, right side out. You're going to pull it all through that little gap like that, all the way, and then we're going to shove that down into there. Okay, so that's this almost finished bag. And then the last little bit you want to do is you want to grab yourself a ruler. Let me grab this ruler to remind you. Okay. And you're going to find the openings. And you're going to find the opening there. Can you see where the opening is? And I'm going to find it this side, and I'm going to draw a line from the top of the opening to the top of the opening the other side. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to do from the bottom of the opening to the bottom of the opening like that. So that should be approximately an inch. Oh, the pen didn't work very well. If I just gently do it like that, okay. So you should have a line like that, and you want to flip it over, and you want to do exactly the same, okay. Then you're going to stitch down those two lines, and by stitching down those two lines all the way around, so you're going to put, again, if you take this off, you're going to put your bag on like that, and you're going to stitch down all the way around the top line and all the way around the bottom line. And what that does is give you, if you have a little look on this one, give you a channel. Can you see, like this, there and there, you get a channel, okay? And then with that channel, that gives you something to put your cords into. So again, you could use piping cord, you can use ribbon, you could make cotton ties. And what you want to do is, let me grab an end here, okay, is you would start one end and you'd feed it all the way through, right the way round, so you'd end up with two ends, obviously inside the bag, coming out like that. Tie that off really hard, okay, really nice tight knot. You then start the other side and you go round the channel like that and out the other side, and you tie that one off, okay, and that's how you get that effect, okay, because one's pulling that way and one's pulling that way. You can just put one ribbon in if you want, like we did with the pillowcases, and that would gather it all up, but you'll end up with a gather sort of like that. Does that make sense? Okay. However, it explains it all in the pattern, so pattern is there online. And that's your drawstring bags, and you can then play with them. You could applique on them, you could do kids toy bags, you could do PE bags, project bags, wash bags, any sort of bag, frankly. They'd be really good if you could get some really sort of lightweight fabric for vegetable bags for when you go shopping and stuff, so that you don't have to use plastic bags. You know, if you used, say, you know, that netting stuff on the bottom, or net curtains, old net curtains, you know, none of us really have net curtains anymore, do we? Well, some people do, but quite a lot of us have got some old ones stashed away. Use net curtain on the bottom, just with this and a smaller accent bit. They'd make brilliant vegetable bags. Okay, cool. So that's us done for today. Hopefully everyone's okay. So have you got any questions? Drew, is there anything there before we go?
Don't believe so. Jane said we did an ABBA night a few years ago.
Yeah.
And then Jenny said you can add White Gecko in your contact list. It won't get lost. I'm assuming that's to do your email.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's still, yeah, if you do put shop at White Gecko events with an S on the end .co.uk into your contact list, it should then come through. But unfortunately, yeah, sometimes we end up in the junk. We end up in your junk folders, so which is very harsh. But yeah, so if you do order anything, I will email you. I promise you, I do email them. But let us know if you don't get it, or check your junk mail first, okay?
But yeah, that's everyone.
That's about everything. Cool. Right, well, happy sewing. Happy Easter. I hope you lots of chocolate, or not. I'm trying not to put on way too much weight. But yeah, happy Easter, everybody. We stay safe, stay home, and we will see you on Monday with some handy snap pouches. That's the pattern we're going to be doing on Monday. So see you soon. Bye, guys.